Hello, and
Hey,
welcome back to your favorite podcast, Por favor,
this is episode
number 12.
12. What are we going to talk about today?
We said last time,
We've said it a few times, actually.
and it's something we already talked about in a previous episode, so there's going to be some redundant information, but I hope it's going to be different this time.
Okay.
But we wanted to talk about, initially started off as distillery equipment. And
Yeah, it's kind of a broad topic, wasn't it?
yeah. But what I had in mind when I suggested this topic was, especially thinking about the stills and why they shaped the way they are and why they made of the material that they are. And I will end by answering the question: if you wanted to start your own distillery and you had to procure that equipment, like where would you go? How much would it cost? Who makes it? So
Yeah.
wanted to touch on that a little bit as well. So distillery equipment becomes mostly the stills because you have, we can briefly summarize, but so you have the sidles, you have the grains, you have your mash tun, right, where you're going to soak your grains with water.
Yeah, and it becomes mash.
You extract the sugars with enzymes, and yes, it becomes mash. Out of this, you go to the fermentation.
Yep.
The fermentation is done also in a special kind of tank, which has its own name already. Forgot.
Washbacks? No. Was it the washback? I can't remember.
The fermentation vats, whatever they are, they can be made of wood. I think wood coated with something, or stainless steel, or whatever. But they're not as. I mean, what happens in them is important, but they don't. They're not as important or as interesting, I should say, as what comes next. Once you've done with the fermentation and you go to the distillation process.
Yes.
And that's where the stills come into play. And if you talk about Scotch single malt whiskey, or not single malt, but Scotch whiskey in Scotland or whiskey made in Ireland, you're going to talk about pot stills as opposed to column stills. And column stills, James, are mostly found where, Hint, we talked about it on our previous episode.
Kentucky.
Well, yes, 95% of it in Kentucky. So bourbon is distilled using column stills. And column stills are used for what is called continuous distillation as opposed to batch distillation.
Ah, I see.
So in Scotland, in Ireland, and in other countries, you do batch distillation. And in the United States, when you want to produce bourbon, they typically use column stills for continuous distillation.
Okay.
So pot stills, as the name indicates, does it indicate pot?
In my head, it probably doesn't look like what I'm thinking in my head.
So they are usually have like a bulb, like an onion, right?
Yeah,
that's what you need to picture in your head,
like a fat bottom.
Yes, a fat rounded bottom.
Yeah,
white, and then it gets narrower, and it has a long neck.
Like the flute.
Yeah, and that's what you will see. That's what will stand out at a distillery. And that's what can, in some cases, become like a trademark of the distillery, because we're going to find out today that the shape or the size of those pot stills will influence the end product.
And stills are the things that in the previous episode where we talked about distillation, it's the thing with the window, and they measure how much it's going. Liquid is going up and down.
And you have the three.
The tail, the heart. Yeah. Cool. Yes.
Yes, exactly. So this equipment, those pot stills will influence which compounds carry over from the fermented wash.
Yeah.
So the result of your fermentation is called wash, and what compounds will make it, and compounds is what carries flavor typically. So how much of those compounds? Typically, we talked about the phenols from the.
Yeah, I remember you talking about the fat one. The one that smells of fat. I guess it felt out.
The sulfur, but that's we're going to talk about that as well. So there's many of them. Some that you want, some that you don't want, or depending on the whiskey that you want to make in the end, you may want more of those to be carried over to pass through into your final distillate, or you want less of it because you want a more refined product in the end. So this is up to the master distiller. And yeah, the distiller is going to play a big influence in that, how it's going to interact chemically with the substance inside. And that's how you're going to get, like I said, the balance between a lighter, more volatile, between the lighter and more volatile elements and the heavier and oilier ones.
How much of that is to do with the shape of it versus the material?
So yes, exactly. Let's get into that. The material, so usually copper, is what you made out of copper. Whereas the column stills we talked about before in the United States for bourbon distillation are going to typically be made of stainless steel.
Ah, okay.
Copper has its advantages and also its drawbacks versus stainless steel. One of the advantages is it's going to remove the fart flavor.
Good
sulfur. The sulfur compounds are going to interact chemically with the copper lining inside the still.
But wait, are we saying that the fart smell is in bourbon because they don't use copper?
That's kind of what we're saying. But we don't want to say that because it's not.
No, it doesn't. Because we tried bourbon on the previous episode.
Yes,
it did not taste like fart.
No, it did not. But they also have much taller still, so maybe it still falls off in the end. I don't know. But if you're going, let's put it that way, and maybe completely untrue. But if you're going to use pot stills, that will not be as tall as column still. If you don't make those out of copper, you will risk having more of those sulfur compounds make it into the end product.
But yeah, there were still traps at the end, as we said. It cuts out the tails and whatever.
Yeah.
And so you can still filter it out.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope so. So this whole phenomenon, I mean, what is going to make it into the final product and what is going to fall back into where it came from. This phenomenon is called a reflux. Right?
Yeah.
You can think of it as acid reflux.
Yeah.
Suffer from that. So it's the same principle. And that's where the shape and especially the neck of the still is going to play a role. So if you have them longer, you're going to have more reflux.
Yeah, because we talked about, didn't we, about the heat and how they try to manage the actual liquid to be maintained within certain levels, and then what is evaporating out. The longer the neck,
so the vapor, right? Because you still
the vapor it
condenses on the
but more is going to fall back.
Yes,
as exactly. It cools, more is going to fall back.
Exactly. The longer the neck, more is going to fall back, so more reflux. Exactly.
So, whereas if you have a short neck and it turns, they kind of pass through.
So that's the other thing. You can have a long neck or a short neck, and then you're gonna have it bent. This is where you go into the part of the still that's called what is it called? The swan neck. And
okay.
Sorry, the line arm. The line arm. That's the pipe connecting the neck to the condenser. So you have the neck, and then it's gonna be bent, and it can be bent upwards or downwards. Again, it's a deliberate choice.
Yeah.
If you bend it downwards, you're gonna favor more of those heavier compounds that did not get refluxed back. You're gonna have more of them into your final.
It's like a plumbing with a U-bend, isn't it? I mean, it's going to trap some.
Yes, and that goes back to the question you had initially: why copper? So copper, one of the advantages it has is it's more malleable, so you can shape it more easily than stainless steel, and you can play in the angle of the line arm connecting the neck to the condenser.
It's also interesting as well because stainless steel, I remember from the previous episode, I remember it being easier to clean.
Yes, this is definitely an advantage.
If stainless steel is used for bourbon and continuous distillation, well, I mean, having a clean still, or at least something that doesn't, where the compounds don't stick to it, is good because you're continuously distilling. So you don't want sticky shit on the side.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And so to sum up the properties of copper that are favorable with the people that distillers want, the fact that it has better thermal conductivity compared to steel, the malleability and the formability, we said, and it also has antibacterial properties.
Copper
does.
Okay.
So these are some of the reasons, but it's harder to clean. I'm sure there's other drawbacks I didn't write down. But after, so again, we talked about the bulb shape, the neck, the line arm can be bent upwards or backward or downwards. And that goes into the condenser, right? Because you have your vapor, and then the vapor you want to transform it back into a liquid.
That's right. As it cools down, and you trap some of those compounds that you don't want.
Right.
And again, what makes it through the heart? Yeah.
But here again, you can have different sizes, different shapes. You have worm tubs condensers.
Well, I've heard that term.
Like this.
Yeah.
So it's just cold water or liquid that goes to it, and it's gonna cool down your vapor.
Yeah.
Or you have another type, which is called shell and tube. I'm not sure what the shell and tube looks like, but one will cool slower and can produce heavier spirits, and the modern shell and tube are more efficient and often will produce a lighter spirit in the end.
Okay.
So that will also play a role in your final distill.
How much do you think all these decisions are down to the master distiller?
No, I think
He's
when
more
you
like the process, isn't he? Like managing the distillation, but actually the design and architecture of.
I think when you go in and you build your distillery, you know what type of whiskey you want to make.
Yeah.
I want to make a very heavily peated one. I want to make one that's going to be very earthy and that's going to be like very present, like very, I don't know, strong, oilier, waxier. I mean, you know what kind of whiskey you want to produce. And once you know that, I mean, typically a distillery, if they have one type of stills that will replicate that Fuscati. They don't have the same type of stills. They don't have like a short one and a tall one and a copper one so they want to make a style of whiskey. They want to make it consistent or as consistent as they can.
Okay.
And so I think to me that means the choice is made when you actually build or acquire a distillery.
So what happened there?
And I don't know. I mean, we're still here. I mean, nothing happened. What are you talking about?
It looks like you changed it.
Oh,
it's almost like there was an emergency in the building and we had to come back a different day.
I'm not going to listen to could tell, but there wasn't one.
Maybe my hair has changed. Possibly. Yeah, so I guess that ends it for still equipment.
Yes, and it's time to move on to the news.
The news
is yours this week.
It is and I'm checking my notes. It's a bit out of date now, but there was something called Fèis Ile.
Oh, yes.
Fèis Ile is
festival.
The Islay Whisky Festival. So,
did you research the pronunciation, or does it come naturally to you?
No, I had to research it. Scottish doesn't come naturally to me, but I did research a little. And for those of you who don't know, it's a festival on the island of Islay, and we always talk about Islay and the 10 distilleries of Islay. And every summer, the first kind of week in June, the whole island does a summer festival. And it started in 1986.
Oh, it's fairly recent.
Yeah, as a way to boost tourism to the island in summer. And it was just the Islay Summer Festival. That's it. In 2000, the distilleries got more progressively involved. To what it is now is this, so they started to provide open days during the festival period for tourism, for tourists. And now it's a huge, what's called music and malt festival.
So music and malt, whiskey and beer as well. I guess breweries are part of it.
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
We're ready to go and find that.
Yeah, and that's the plan. We will talk next year. So the idea is all the distilleries contribute to the island festival. The whole island is involved. All the locals are involved. The population triples during the week, but everyone comes together to work to accommodate all the tourists and everyone. And it's just non-stop music, good times, and whiskey.
And they make special releases, not just for the festival.
Absolutely. Yeah, the distilleries do that. But it's a charitable organization. And it's led by a voluntary committee that work with the distilleries in planning the whole event. And, of course, I'm sure they contribute in some way as well. But yeah, charitable, good times, whiskey.
What's that like?
Yeah, I just really want to go there. But I know if I go there, it's just going to rain.
Years.
Yeah, it's
part of it.
It's like Wales. It'll be fine. But yeah, that was my news. So we went to we went on Islay. We had a whiskey bar here locally, and they did their own Fèis Ile or Islay Festival.
Yeah. And they had almost all of the distilleries were represented.
They were presented with their brand ambassadors, and they were represented by their whiskies. Yeah. And you could go there, pay a normal fee, try most of them.
We were surprised. I think the ones that we liked most, coming out of the event, at the end, we spent 2 hours there, 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours.
The one that we both agreed that we really liked some whiskeys that going in, these were not the ones that we were anticipating would like the most.
And it brought us back to some whiskies that we'd kind of forgotten about, or even pushed aside, thinking, "No, we've moved on." But actually, they were fantastic. That's my news.
Awesome. Well done.
So, what is next?
We'll be tasting of the week.
I've been looking forward to this. That's what. And I had to wait due to this fire alarm.
I brought this week something from an independent bottler that we mentioned because it's very famous. We mentioned on our independent bottlers episode,
which was very recently.
It's from Gordon Refills.
Box is beautiful.
The box is beautiful. It's more glass. I forget this. It's 15 years old. 15 years. More glass. By Gordon and Refills at 43%. 43%, which is surprising.
The bottle is simple yet elegant. The kind of wooden top, the white, but it was gold trim. So far, I'm liking it.
It's the series is called the Distillery labels on the back. It says this range is testimony to the long and unique relationships built over generations. We have been entrusted with new made spirit from many as far as distilleries to mature in our casks our way.
Not bad.
I'm trying to offer this. Tasting notes to expect. Sherry aromas with malty undertones and a fresh citrus edge. Sweet candy fruit flavors infused with baked apple, raisin, and orange, followed closely by charred oak.
It's kind of like sounds late summer, early autumn.
It sounds appropriate for today. Yeah, yes. It's so it's a space out there. And I think we should. Yes. Remember, it's been a while since I drank it.
So Gorman McClare are an independent bottler. Do we know which distillery this comes from? Like in secret, where it was distilled?
Yeah, it's in England.
Sorry. Oh.
It's a 16. I don't know if you the distillery standard bottling by Montmartre they offer 15. I think what's that. This one is 15. I think it's probably not that.
I can smell it.
It's a big pour. I don't know. Was it?
No, it's a good thing.
Is it still as good as it now? Yeah, it's very, very present as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very fruity. The citrus was
strong on the nose as well. Yeah, in terms of the alcohol as well, actually.
It's only 43%.
Yeah, 43%, but on the nose, wow.
And now,
so I'm getting strong alcohol. I'm struggling to get past that. To kind of.
You don't get the citrus notes?
I'm getting sweetness, definitely sweetness, fruit, like that.
Yeah.
Well, now I just need to taste it because, wow, definitely not as strong on the palate as it is on the nose. Definitely sweet.
Yeah, the same kind of what you get on the nose, you get in the mouth as well.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of fruity, sweety. I'm not getting so much sherry.
No, believe it. You get the charred oak.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I get that as a kind of undertone. Oh, yeah, going pipette.
Yeah,
it's 43%.
Yes.
Let me try it again. Get in the apples now.
No, you just said apples, and I'm like, oh yeah.
No,
it's like it's not. Yeah, more.
No, I'm getting apples. Maybe some sherry. Well, it could be, the oak, smooth cherry.
But it's very present. It's very lively.
I'm shocked at how different it is from the nose to the palate, actually. That initial burst, that aroma was strong, but it's smooth.
Yeah, the finish is quite long.
Maybe the apples, kind of like baked apples, baked spices, that's what I'm getting.
Which makes it more than less than, for me, baked apples, this kind of nose that we pick, for me, it's more autumn.
Yeah, definitely autumnal, kind of late summer nights. And I'm trying to think.
Does it remind you of something that's had?
Yeah.
I
think it reminds me of the Nectar one, the one that was like
the purple box, or
no, not the sherry one. The I forget the name of it. Chinakapin one. The one with the special wood. And I was like, oh, it's like sitting by a log fire and having that late, kind of winter's drink.
And the little grandmother or little grandmother.
Yeah, well, that's where I get the smokiness, the lot of smokiness. But I'm trying to think.
Did we nail something? What were the other ones you were thinking of? Or the other one thinking of also a Speyside? Did we nail the Speyside signature?
It's I think it's like a mix of so many different things. It reminds me of Speyside with its smoothness. It reminds me of the Mecrotor with its autumnal baked spices, and it's light, like I would expect, but delicate from the Highlands. Not so floral as the lowlands, but that fruity, light, smooth. I'm trying to say I like it, but I think I do like it. I'm just struggling where to place it, but it's good.
I do like it, but it's not. I think in my memory it was something that I really enjoyed as something exceptional. I don't think it's. I would not put it up there with my favorite whiskeys, but I really enjoyed drinking it. It's a good brand.
Yeah,
I had a good time with it, but it doesn't have like that.
It has a short
doesn't
finish.
stick out for. I think it was. Well, I said before, it has a mouth finish. But now I've kind of lost it.
Yeah,
is that it?
No, actually, that's what it was. Is initial aromas super strong with the alcohol, palate completely different, smooth, sweet. Then on the nose, you kind of get the apples, but the finish dies away the more you drink it.
Yeah, but you get a two-order effect on the mouth. Get it? There's not much, and then something comes, and then it disappears. So
I think it's elegant.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's good.
Yeah, like it's elegant, complex in its simplicity. It doesn't push one thing, does it?
Yeah,
that's what I mean. There's not a statement there. It's kind of like lots of little things, elegantly balanced, very smooth. Then kind of just disappears.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's trying to do. And trying to be. Maybe not about the quick disappearance in the end, but
if you had the presentation, it's super good. I mean, look at that.
Yeah. So there you go. That was a tasting for this one.
Good. Thank you. I enjoyed it.
So next episode, what are we going to talk about?
So we've done lots of things on Scotch.
We've traveled to Bourbon country.
Yeah. I'm not going to do the accent again. I already wore the hat.
Well, maybe you're going to do the accent for this next one.
Yeah. And we've done lots of stuff on Wales and Pedair and whatever. So where are we going next?
We're going to Ireland.
Ireland, the Emerald Isle, Irish whiskey. Whiskey with an E.
In Ireland, is all Irish whiskey distilled in the Republic of Ireland, or is it all over the Isle?
Well, you'll have to wait and see.
Curious.
So, as always, questions, comments,
subscribe, like,
thumbs up, pass, bell. That's it.
That's it. Come say goodbye.
See you next time.